We arrive in Venice all full of expectation, but things don't go the way we expect. We walk a short distance to our hotel, which turns out to be very beautiful. It's full of paintings by famous artists and glass chandeliers from the island of Murano, which is famous for glass blowing. The square is filled with statues and architecture that blows us away. This is a city that in many ways is a dream. Everywhere you look, there's something cute or impressive. We can't wait to get out and do some walking and sightseeing and just get lost on the alleys of Venice. Everything is so picturesque. We get to walk around a little while and pick up some food for dinner before we head back to the hotel. We even got to see the Rialto Bridge. It wasn't very far from our hotel. I don't want one. We stopped for some crepes. I like pepperoni and pepperoni. Yes. We took our crepes back to the hotel and admired the artwork all over the hotel. So much of it had been there for over 100 years. The next morning, when I woke up, I didn't feel very well, so I just ordered in breakfast. We watched a little bit of American TV and then headed down to the pharmacy to take COVID tests, along with the rest of the people on our tour. And we waited for our COVID test to be done. So guys, here we are in Venice, the most beautiful city in the world, and we're stuck in our room because we tested positive for COVID, both of us. And our tour company is taking care of us. There's insurance that covers the room and board if we are confined. But it looks like we are prisoners, at least for a while, so I've got to get on the 5 days at least. Well, just a quick note to let you know that we're still alive and we're still stuck in Venice in our hotel room. It's been 3 days and it looks like we're going to be here until the 6th at least. That's when we go back in to get tested again. And then if we test negative, we get to go to the airport and back to the good old United States. Until then, we're quarantined to our room. We're using an app called Glovo, which is like Uber Eats, to have food delivered to us. We can also have wine and beer delivered to us if we want, and we can spend up to $30 a meal per person, which is a lot more than we need. We're spending way below that. Plus, we get breakfast for free automatically because we're in a bed and breakfast hotel. And we do get to look out the window. Here's our window, and the view is pretty nice. I can actually see a canal. Next door neighbors. And the street. How you feeling, Jake?
I feel much better. Sore throat is almost completely gone. Nasal dripping is ending, and I feel pretty good. Another day probably, and then pretty much back to normal by tomorrow morning. I'm thinking.
Yeah. What do you
Pretty
do
close.
to keep yourself busy in here?
Try to stay out of your way. No, what do the same thing Gail was talking about. Watching a lot of TV and taking a lot of naps. Could still feel a little bit run down, but not bad. And other than that, there's not much to do. We got about a 10 by 12 room, which is half filled with bed.
Yeah, it's a
And
big bed. It's a king size
yeah, it's a
bed.
nice bed. The bathroom is about 5 foot or 6 foot by, no, probably 8 foot by 5 foot. So a pretty small bathroom. Consider it's got a full size tub, a sink, a toilet, and a bidet in there. So you got room to step in, turn around, and use whichever one you need. And so pretty tight fit overall. So there's not a lot of room to get away from each other in here.